Welcome to the Dorsey Marriage Chronicles.
Okay, yes.
I'm Thario.
I'm Kandice.
We started this channel to offer any help that we can for anybody that's married, maybe just getting married or have been married for some years that could learn from our real time stories, real world stories.
Yeah.
We're not any doctors trying to give advice like that, but
No, not at all.
just real love, and real connection. So we are here to help any way we can.
And we're also open to help as well.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Always learning.
No mean questions, mean comments. People, don't be mean. We nice. Just be nice. You know, we don't need all that negativity.
All right, so our first episode 1, we are going to dive into how we met and how we got together.
Yeah.
All right, so my perspective first.
Yeah.
That's on how we met.
Okay.
We stayed in the same apartment complex, Eagles Landing, in Statesboro at Georgia Southern University.
GSU. The real GSU.
The year before we met, we were actually staying across from each other diagonally, but we didn't know at the time.
No, we didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other. We have talks about we might have passed each other going to class and different things, but didn't know each other.
Actually, my old roommate's now husband lived above your apartment.
No, not above. You talking about? It might have been one.
Maybe one
building
over.
I think you did tell me
okay,
that.
but
because above us, we knew the people that stayed above us.
So one building over, but it was still diagonal. But it was one building over. But
us in that time,
probably definitely saw you at some point. Yeah. Didn't know each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we're supposed to be talking about moving forward, but after us talking, when we did live in 43, and I didn't know her, I saw some girls about to fight, some twins, and I saw this other little skinny girl in a car, and it turns out it was her. I didn't know that at that time, but I do remember that vividly because me and my roommate Ron was sitting on the porch and we heard these girls arguing. So we being nosy, just sitting out there and watching. But yeah, so plenty of times we probably seen each other, but just didn't know each other. This was that was 06.
Yeah.
So the next year, 2007, we moved right next door to her.
Yes.
Me and my roommate were moving some furniture in that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over the summer.
In July. It was in July.
Yeah.
I
think it was a holiday because one of my roommates had went home.
Was it Memorial Day? No. It was in July, so it wasn't a holiday.
You sure? It wasn't the 4th or something?
Because I know it was after my birthday.
Okay.
I think it was after my birthday.
Oh, you might have just went home for the summer. I don't think it was a holiday.
Yeah, it was after my birthday.
But
which is July 24th.
Me and my roommate, we moving furniture, moving everything in. We moved in, and then we sat. Me and my roommate sat on the porch, on the steps, just talking. And then this girl came out and talking to us and stuff, and we were just, introducing ourselves, talk about how old we were. She was a year older, and my roommate, he was like a year or two older. So, not that we were looking at who we were trying to date or anything like that, but I was like, I wasn't even thinking about her like that. So I'm like, my roommate is obviously at the same age or whatever. But yeah, we were just talking. It was a good conversation. I thought she was cool. And that's the how we met part.
Yeah.
So what's your perspective on how we met?
Well, I would say all that. Yeah, all that.
So tell the behind the scenes stuff.
But when he was walking up the steps, moving in, I was on the phone with my friend Brandy, and I was like, Brandy, my new neighbors are moving in, because I knew I was getting new neighbors. Because my old neighbor, he was like, I'm moving, you'll be getting some new neighbors. I was like, man, I like my old neighbor. They was cool. So I was like, I think my new neighbor moving in. So I looked out my peephole and I see him coming up the stairs. And I was like, girl, he look good. He fine. So I'm looking out the peephole. Then I'm looking out the blinds. I'm just like, Brandy, my new neighbor look good. I'm going to have to holler at him. So I changed clothes, right? Because I had to look like I was chilling at home, but not looking bummy. So I changed clothes and I went outside and I sat on my steps because I heard two of the roommates sitting outside. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go outside and sit on the steps. I had lived there 3 years, had never sat on them steps before, ever. So I went out there and sat on the steps. just so I could see him for real. So I spoke and everything, and I was like, okay, look, I get a good look at him. Look nice, yeah. Stayed out there briefly. We talked. They were real cool, down to earth or whatever. And they said they had another roommate, and I was like, okay. So I had met the third roommate. So I went back in. I called Brandy. I was like, girl, he fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to holler at him. She was like, really, Kandice? I was like, yeah, really. So I'm like, it's my senior year. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. That's where I was. I was just like, I'm gonna try to holler. I knew I was the catch, so I wasn't like, I had, my confidence was up here. Like, if he don't want to holler, then okay, let's just move on. It wasn't a big deal. If he does, great. So it was just like, whatever. Then we continued to our friendship just blossomed after that, maybe within the first few weeks.
Cause parties.
Yeah.
I know we had one probably the end of summer or school first started. So
when the third roommate, Pancake, when he moved in,
he's a DJ.
He's a DJ, yeah. Now, I was the captain, like Shanae said. I'm the third floor captain. But I felt like, listen, y'all moving in. I've been living over here, so y'all just moving in. So what we're not going to do is have parties and keep me up at night, because I'm a senior. I go to work. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not having music playing all night and parties and people next to my front door. No, not doing that. So I was a little skeptical, but then my homegirl was like, oh, we're going to a party. I think it was their first party. And I was like, where the party at? And she was like, it's in your apartment complex. I was like, oh, okay. Then she said what number it was. She was like, it's in apartment 59. I was like, wait a minute. Time out. I'm apartment 60. So there's a party going on next door. Oh my goodness. It has begun. So I really thought that it was just fixing to be just partying all my last year. And I just did not want it at all. But I went to the party and I was like, he really looked good. So I think I can get used to this. Partying next door. I'm always gonna come to the party because of the next door neighbor. So I'm gonna come over here. So yeah.
Yep. And I didn't want. She told me how she felt, and I didn't want to. First of all, she was next door. I'm like, that's too close to home. And then I'm trying to graduate, so I wasn't really studying a relationship like that. So just to give a little backstory on that. But she did tell me how she felt about me.
Oh, yeah.
Or how I looked.
I was very forward. I told him. He said, nah. I was like, okay. just moved on. It's like, okay, we still neighbors, we still cool. They still have live parties, whatever. Life is just, it's too short to not say what you really feel. So I was like, hey, there we go.
So yeah, over the course of a year, we saw each other a lot. I remember she would try to dance with me at the club. She don't remember that.
I don't.
When she started twerking on me one night in the back of Legends.
I don't remember.
When it was about to be, the night was about to be over. One that she does remember is Pajama Jam that year.
He turned me down.
It was
cold.
it was almost the end of the night. I was real hot. I still got a picture.
Down.
With my wife beater on, had done took my shirt off. It was hot. And I was done for the night. She tried to dance with me, so.
He said nope.
And she ain't got over that yet.
Nope. I'll never get over it.
19 years. But, and then, so, how would you say things started to change? I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. But. So, well, the first change I saw was after spring break. I went to Florida to visit my brother, and I came back, and they were home. My neighbors were home. So by now we're cool. We're friends. I'm real cool with the neighbors. So I went over and I was like, hey, I'm back from spring break. How was y'all spring break? One roommate downstairs, Ron downstairs. He was like, it was good. I was like, Thario and Pancake here? He was like, yeah, they upstairs. So I went upstairs. Knock on the door. I was like, hey, I knocked on Pancake door. I was like, hey. He was like, hey, you back? How was Florida? They knew where I was going, so yeah, it was fun. Thario opens his room door. I was like, hey. And I put my hands out, but he put his hands out first to hug me. And he hugged me on my waist. And y'all know a waist hug means something different. And then he lifted me up and like turn me around a little bit, and I'm looking at Pancake because that's my homeboy. I'm looking at Pancake like, clutch my pearls. Pancake like, oh, okay.
It's one of them Martin episodes where they're telling the stories.
No, it was so new. Pancake will tell the same.
Over and like
Pancake will tell the same story, but yes, that's when I was like, okay, so we're a little different now. Like we're a little friendlier now. Okay. But then, after spring break, there was, GQ? A couple weeks later, maybe a month later.
Yep.
The Qs had they annual GQ event. And everybody dresses up, well, in college days back then, dresses up nice. Right. not like ball gowns dresses, but you look nice. So, I went next door because my roommates, they were like roommates for real, but my neighbors were not going to GQ. So they were having like a little kickback with just their homeboys. So they all over there. I knew they had liquor. So I was like, let me go over there, get me something to drink before I go to GQ. So I go over there to get something to drink, and I walk through the living room. And they just all quiet and looking. Mind you, I see all these guys. I've seen them all before in the same capacity. Like, they either be at the house or I see them on campus or something. So I knew them all. I'm like, why everybody acting weird? So I get my little shot. Then I leave. What happened when I left?
So, backstory to this, too. She wore house coat, and everybody that know her know this, house coat and bonnet, which she still do.
Yes.
So we had never seen her dressed or anything like that. Maybe some jeans and a t-shirt, something like that. So she came in that night with this, what was peach dress, legs all out and glistening.
You remember the color.
Yeah, I still got a picture. We got a picture from that night. But when... yeah, everybody was like, that's Kandice. So when she left, it was talks of, just, that's a different Kandice. So I was like, nah, I kind of claimed her at that point. It's like, I need to hop on that.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to me, I had no clue. I had been claimed that night, so yeah.
So that night yeah, I was like, I think I see a little bit more. That was, personality great, face cute. Now I got to see legs and all that stuff. So it's like, okay.
Mind y'all, I was
Closer to
probably
graduation.
I was what, like 104 pounds soaking wet, so I didn't really have body. But I guess he liked what he saw. I was cute. I know I was cute. Yeah. I mean, I'm cute now still. Huh? Yeah.
So when we I guess when we took it to a different level, the next level that happened, it was a night. Were you come? Did you come? Did you go somewhere that night? Or you just at home?
When? Oh, when you called
So
me
we had
to
talked
watch
about
the movie.
I had talked about this movie.
That was going on.
I had talked about this movie called Dead Silent that I really liked. I had told her about it, and I was like, we got to watch it one day, or you got to see it, or something like that. So it was on. I was flipping through channels in my room, chilling, and it was on, but I was like, it got about 30 minutes left, maybe an hour, somewhere in there. Nobody knows. We don't have proof, but 30 to a 30. I'll let you tell you again. 30 to an hour. I would say close to an hour. I was like, oh, she can catch it. So I texted her real quick. And I was debating on if I was going to text her. So, you know how you had them videos that be texting and, everybody delete. I probably did that a couple times. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and text her. So I said, I think I just said, like,
Dead
Silence is on. Do you want to come watch it? So, now what?
I was on the phone with Brandy. So I was like, mind you, Brandy was in law school in Michigan. So I talked to her a lot because we had gone to Georgia Southern together. She was like one of my best friends. And she was in Michigan. So I was like, I got to talk to my friend Brandy. So I was on the phone with Brandy. Text comes in. I said, girl, he didn't text me. He told me to come over. She was like, you going? I was like, yeah, I'm going. I got off the phone with her with the quickness. So I was like, okay, I'm good. I don't have to change clothes, nothing like that. I go over there. And I was like, hey, he's standing at his TV. It was a fatback TV. That let you know how long ago it was.
Yeah.
It was, the screen was flat.
Yeah, it was that type.
Yeah. So
I think it had a VCR on the front of it. Then.
It did. So I'm like, I remember walking in his room. He was standing at the TV with the remote, and I was like, "You want to watch the movie? Like, we're gonna watch the movie?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I look at the screen, and I'm like, "Those are the credits." I don't.
No. We sit there and watch. No, we sit there and watch.
No, on another occasion. I feel
like it was that part where there was
the mirrors.
Was it when they was in the house at the end? No, I think it was the part before that where they dragged that old lady in under that whatever that was.
Anyway, like I said, it was 30
minutes to an hour.
It was no time left on the movie.
I think because her emotions was going.
No, there was no time.
Time was just passing.
He sent them text messages and then deleted. That took up your time doing the text message, deleting it. Yeah, that took up your time. So I was like, once I saw that, I was like, oh, he just wanted me over here. So that's when I was like, oh, okay. So this is something. This is becoming something. I think he does like me. I don't want to just say he does, but I think he does because he done called me over here at the end of a movie. So I think he does. So
we talked.
Yeah, we talked all night. Yeah, the sun came up.
Getting to know each other more than what we had in the past year, like on a deep level. So and that's when I knew it was
and just being that we just sat up and just talked all night. And then when I was leaving, ironically,
forgot about that.
His roommates who had never been downstairs early in the morning, like it was like 7:00 in the morning, never had been downstairs just watching TV early in the morning. So we hear the TV on, like shoot, because we're like we wanted to keep it kind of private because we didn't even know what was going on. So we like, is that the TV on? I'm walking down the stairs. I'm like, he behind me. I'm like, oh Lord, they here. So
you hear silence.
Yeah, they just looking at me coming down the stairs, and I sit down. I guess I thought to pretend to act like maybe I had just gotten there. I don't know what I was thinking. Then I was like, all right, well, I'll see y'all later. So I leave their apartment, and our doors are right next to each other. So I walk out, go in mine, and my roommate is sitting downstairs. I'm like, you never sit down. You have a TV in your room. Why are you sitting downstairs watching TV? And she was like, where have you been? I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, the cat was out of the bag immediately. So
and then when I closed the door and she left, I already knew my roommates, they were finna get on me. So I tried to run out the back door to the deck in the back, and they caught me out there and just like questioning me and stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, everybody. Well, those three people kind of.
Yeah, they knew. So I was just like, oh wow. So I had to tell my roommate where I was, and she was like, okay, sit down, do tell. You was next door with Thario? Okay. All night. Just now getting home. Okay, so tell me about it. So I had to run everything down with her, and she was like, okay, so y'all like each other. And I was like, I guess, yeah. You know, I think at that point I was scared to even say, like, to tell myself, like, this is who I like. Because even though I was so forward when I first met him, once it actually happened, I was like, oh man. But I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't not like him. It was like I wasn't afraid. I felt okay with liking him and going wherever it was gonna go. Yeah.
We didn't know at the time. I think we were still kind of in denial. Like, yeah. Hey, well, we took it a day at a time. After that.
Yeah, we did, and I think I fell head first. Like, I was head over heels for him. Still am.
Same here.
I was just all smiles. My cousins would tell me on Facebook, who's this boy? You always smiling. He always got you smiling. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like he knew me from my house coat and bonnet. So he knew me.
Yeah.
He just knew
saw each other.
There was no, he met me out and I was dressed up or anything like that. Like, he just knew just how I was, because when I would go chill with them, they always knew I was going to have my bonnet on, my house coat on, my house shoes. They right next door. Why do I need to put on clothes? I'm just fixing to go over there and just chill. So it was never about getting dressed. I never had to. I never wanted to, because I just felt like, you know, if he likes me, he just likes me for me. And that's where I was in my life. If whoever likes me, they just like me for me. And I like me, and I was just like, okay, well, this is it. So that summer was...
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a fun summer. And before the full summer started, that's when we made it Facebook official. Father's Day.
It was Father's Day, yeah, because I still had one more semester, so I was in school for that summer. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think we were just talking like, what we doing? So yeah. At that point, I was like, I don't know, something different about it. I feel like God sent this, like something different about it. So yeah, I was like, let's do it. And we changed our status on the old Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, in 2008.
Together, yep.
We changed it together on that day.
2008. We were like,
on Father's Day.
You ready? Like, we both are like, are we gonna do this? And we changed it, and it was just like, wow.
That was also the day that I was moving back home too. So we had to have that talk of a long distance relationship for one semester until she finished. So yeah, a lot happened.
Yeah, a lot happened
That one day.
Yep. So it was. I swore off long distance relationships. I was like, nope, not doing them ever. It was just different with him. It really was very different. I was willing to. I wanted to, actually. I was like, I wasn't thinking about him possibly getting into another relationship with someone else. I was just like, I really like him. He make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So I was like, I'm willing to. If for ladies, I'll say this: if you'll stay with a knucklehead for nothing, I was like, if I'll stay with a knucklehead for nothing, I'll stay with somebody who's good to me, for me. I'll brave this, because yes, I did feel like it was God sent. I feel like God had His hand in the whole thing. So I was like, God, if this is for me, it'll work out. Either way, I think I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. So we were long distance for what, 3 months?
Yeah. About 3 months.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was longer than that.
Because I graduated in December of 08. He graduated in May of 08. Yeah. He stayed June.
I stayed, till Father's Day, June 15th.
And then I finished, July through December. And he came to visit twice? Was it 2 times or 1 time?
I know homecoming, maybe twice.
Okay. And then I went to visit him.
So we
once or twice. Twice.
We saw each other maybe 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
After seeing each other every day.
Now there was this thing, and I think it still exists. Skype. We would Skype.
Oh yeah. They just got rid of that.
We had the camera that you plug in with the USB, put it on top of your laptop. Yeah. That's how we saw each other every day. We talked every day, but we saw each other that's how we were able to see each other every day. And it wasn't horrible, but it was just so good to see him like in person. It was just like, I missed him so much every time I saw him in person. So yeah, it was a lot of emotions. I still have the first little, I don't know, I was writing my emotions down, and I was just letting it come out. Like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what it is. I feel like I love him, but I don't I don't know. Yeah, I was like,
forgot about that.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be loving somebody right now.
Is that the one you showed me?
Yeah, I gave it to you. I wrote it, gave it to you.
She wrote me a little note.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about the note. I was like, I think she's trying to tell me she loved me, and I kind of felt the same way.
Yeah.
So I think we went to dinner at
Colorado's
inside joke. Colorado's Mexican spot in Statesboro, and I basically said, "Say what's on your mind," like trying to get it out of her. And eventually, she was like, "I love you," and I was like, "That's the first time we said I love you at Colorado's."
He was like, "I love you too." I was like,
"Yep, I forgot about that."
Whoa.
So yeah, it got real.
It got real quick, and I don't know if it was necessarily real quick, but it definitely got real, because we still dated. We had fun. We stayed becoming friends and just getting to know each other more and more, and that was the fun part. That was a lot of fun, just to get to know who he was and just falling in love. And it was just like we were at the beach, and I was like, it's like a fairy tale.
Yep.
And
Tybee Island.
Tybee Island. And I was like, this is like a fairy tale. Because I was just so happy. Like, man. And I realized I don't think I've ever been this happy before. But I was just so happy. And he was like, well, this can be our fairy tale. And I was like, yeah, it can be our fairy tale. And it'll go however we want. So to all you married couples, let your fairy tale go however your fairy tale goes. So yes, if someone looks at you and say y'all act like y'all in a fairy tale, we absolutely are, and it's ours.
That don't mean we won't have problems or
right,
issues.
right. It's our fairy tale. So
we still best friends. We still enjoy each other. So
yep.
Still date.
Yep, still date. We have 2 kids, 11 and 12, and they're great kids. They're great kids. Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful kids. Couldn't have prayed for or asked for anything more. And I mean, just now we're business owners.
We'll get into that later though. But
yeah,
business owners, parents
of two puppies as well.
Yeah, lupus warrior.
Yes, lupus warrior.
These are topics that we will.
Yeah, we'll touch on all these topics. Yeah. But for the most thing is, not the most thing, the biggest thing I would say is, our relationship with God has grown even more. Like, as our relationship grows, as our family has grown, like our relationship with God has grown. And having God in our marriage, in our family life, is like the best thing because he really helps us navigate everything, any and everything we need. So yeah, so we'll talk. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about all that, y'all. Yes, we will. Yeah. Dorsey's out.